Banny, man.
There'll be an extra.
I'd have lost myself long ago if I allowed myself to be led by the...
Let's see. Let's go for this one. Start using up your reason. Frozen when he tried to attack.
Show no mercy! Calm down! Ah! Open fire! Locked on! Get to work! Let's see! Let's run! Open fire! Show no mercy! Burn it down! Let's do it! Ah! Bullseye! Bullseye!
Alright, I'll take care of the resin. For now.
Add Astra. Thank you for Add Astra.
Then I'll get the ore for mining. There you go. That's how you can take care of dailies pretty fast.
Exactly. None of them.
Not that I went through it very fast, regardless. Alright, where am I at on this?
Let's fly!
Siegewin. You're here. I prepared 2 boxes of books about animals. Should be able to find the solution to any health issues they might have right away.
Forget health issues. Paimon wouldn't be surprised if she could actually chat with the animals once she's done reading.
Oh, wait, head nurse, please don't go. Phew, boy, am I glad I caught up with you. One of the inmates has become obsessed with those magical mouse munchies from the animated films you've been showing them, and tried making some himself with 3 days' worth of welfare meals. He ended up giving himself food poisoning, with symptoms we've never even seen before. Please, we need your help.
Huh? We warned them not to take those films too seriously. But if you chase me all the way here, all this way, things must be pretty serious. Really sorry. I'll have to ask you to help me take my luggage to the amusement park for now. Before you arrived, I was thinking through some emergencies that might occur with the animals. The animals. I even started putting some suggestions together. You can give them to the staff at the Mellow Manor in advance. They should come in handy soon.
Siegewin sure has it tough. Not only does she have to worry about taking care of her patients, she also has to clean up after those troublemakers. Why don't we prepare something tasty for her? It might help lift her spirits.
Everybody seems happy. Let's get over here and look at this place. Now let's formulate. I did miss 2 coins though. That's okay. $360,000. Oh, great. Yeah, sure.
unique aroma. I wonder how you'll inspire my cooking this time. It's nothing.
Our popularity is steadily rising, and our attractions just keep getting better. I love the whole feel of the place. It's so fun. We should host more events like this in the future.
Yeah, it went a little bit up. I like how it brought me to the map, but Sage Wind was right behind me regardless. Problem solved. The patient's condition was a bit tricky, so it took a while to deal with.
And here's a special snack, too! Hope it gets your strength back up.
Oh, thank you. To be honest though, things like this don't really tire me out. It's more that I just can't wrap my head around it. At the start of every children's film, they clearly state all the events and products in this film are purely fictional. Please do not try to imitate them, and yet fully grown adults end up doing just that.
Is it because they aren't paying any attention when they're watching? Or is it some rebellious mentality? A whatever you tell me not to do, I'll do it just to prove you wrong type of thing?
This is starting to get a bit too deep. If I get a chance, I'll speak to His Grace and Monsieur Neuvillette to see if we can think of a way to prevent such issues. For now, let's focus on Milo Manor instead. I might be late, but I'm here now. %. Here you go, guys. It's a robot. Dang, he almost filled that up by himself. Four and four. Okay. Nice. Okay, there we go. Alright. Oh, needs 6. Okay. I see. Rank 4. Increase the ratio at which unused action points are converted to funds. Huh. Detecting arrival of my two most esteemed friends. Activating chat mode. Hello, Traveler Paimon. The director we know invited us to come here and unwind just as well. It's an opportunity to recharge.
Us? Wait, but Paimon hasn't seen Lenny anywhere!
That's his own fault. We've been working with this director a lot lately, so my brother took it upon himself to familiarize himself with their style, and ended up watching all of their films.
All of them? That's some serious dedication right there.
The issue is, this director is famous for psychological horror films. Lenny got so into the plot twist that he didn't sleep properly for 3 days straight and ended up completely messing up his sleep cycle.
Paimon had no idea Lenny was so into horror films.
He tends to get very absorbed in his magic shows, so he probably finds them it easy to relate the characters. The way the director uses psychological suggestion is quite similar to how we use it in our shows, after all. My brother's still over the actor's residence. Still over it. If I had to guess, he's either catching up on sleep or analyzing those films. So that's why I'm out here recharging by myself.
Well, that's a side of Lenny we've never seen before. Don't even think about roping Paimon into this!
Me neither. I don't like jump scares or stories that give you the chills afterward. Shouldn't films be relaxing? Something with beautiful visuals, or at least a simple plot that doesn't require too much thinking.
Sounds like eclectic escapades would be more to your liking then. Want to give it a try?
Thank you. I've actually done so already. I really liked it. But maybe watching others would be even more entertaining.
Is that really that entertaining? Still, if you're interested in the attraction, why not become a consultant? That way you'd get to see more of the visitors' reactions too!
That doesn't sound like a bad idea, and as it happens, I do have a few days off before filming starts. First, I need to help Lenny pull himself together. I noticed an attraction nearby called Mellow Manor that looks really relaxing. Sounds like just what my brother needs to take his mind off those horror films. Plus, the magic tricks require animal assistance, so it'll be a chance for me to learn more about their habits.
Great idea! If we can get Lenny on board, the Cheval Moran Film Fantasyland will be even more popular than it already is!
Wow, I can hire one of the seals? Maxing out the service level. Gar. $1 million, jeez. Need to stay out of the line of fire and reach the deepest section of the pipe. Oh, okay. Why wasn't the prison like this where it had just laser beams everywhere? That would have been interesting. I did it too soon. Lady, I'm back. The film Fantasy Island is so much fun. There are loads of cute little animals. Come on, take a break from those horror films already.
Delighted to hear that you've been enjoying yourself, but I need to concentrate on this film for now. Those animal assistants will have to wait. I just need a little more sleep. Every time I close my eyes, I keep thinking of new tricks. So tired. Can't sleep, but can't get up either.
That's right, Lenny. A change of pace should stop your mind from wandering.
Wait, Traveler? Paimon? You two are here as well?
They're the managers of the park, and I'm about to become a consultant for one of the attractions, too.
In that case, count me in. Not just for my own sake, of course, but to support my friends. Just give me a moment to freshen up.
There's one person Lenny can't say no to. It's you, Traveler. You're an illegal on your own. Okay. Not exactly sure how long my brother meant by a moment, so why don't we meet back up at the venue?
Sounds good! Getting Lenny to cheer up and visit the amusement park's surely our greatest success yet!
Oh wow, each of the things increased. Ah. I forgot. You have to use the action skill. Oh, okay. Didn't understand. Gotta switch to boat. Oh, it's been so long, I forgot all about that boat. pretty fun. I didn't realize a few things about it at first. It was pretty nice. Get over here, Lenny.
Thanks for inviting me to come down, you two. I must say, I feel like a new man after visiting the park and seeing all those adorable animals. Seems like Lynette has her eye on some great potential animal assistants, too.
Fremine often works with blood rupees anyway, so I think they make a great fit. Father has spoken of how obedient and well-behaved squirrels are, so they're a great choice. Are they? Squirrels aren't that obedient.
Oh, and did you see those weird mushrooms? Can we take home a few of those as well?
That might not be possible. These fungi have been specially trained, you know? They're like the stunt actors of the elemental world. Are you sure about that? Paimon's pretty sure we've never seen a cat anywhere near as big and as soft as a fungus.
I feel so much better after seeing those animals. They're all so carefree. The other two attractions were great too. In fact, they've given me a new idea. An interactive magic show with a moving stage. We'll start working on it as soon as we've finished filming.
Expressions on the guest faces as they zoomed around were priceless. We can inspire similar reactions in our future audiences too. Alright. $800,000 in order to do that. Do I have any golds? I do. Movie masterpieces. 580, 205.
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
What a coincidence running into you guys here.
Yeah! Paimon didn't expect to see you here either!
A while back, myself and some of the others at the Blazing Beast were invited over to star in an adventure film here in Fontaine. The film was pretty well received, so as soon as the director heard about this event, we were invited here as guests. To satisfy the audience, the director took pains to recreate sets from the film.
Guess that's not scenery most Fontainians see every day, huh?
Fortunately, I got a little too into the action scenes, accidentally wrecked half the set, and I got the boot. I ended up just doing odd jobs instead.
Wait, aren't fight scenes supposed to be as realistic as possible? Surely the more punches that land, the better.
Well, the production team didn't have much of a budget, so if they'd shot a few more takes and the set collapsed again, they would have gone bust. Plus, even the toughest fighter we had in the crew, Uncle Scimitar, couldn't last more than a few moves against me. Actually, no, he was playing one of the key villains and was supposed to perform a grand sword dance in front of the protagonist. If things had gone how they were meant to, it would have been an amazing fight scene. But the lead actor, exhausted from working all day, was so hungry and in a rush to wrap the scene that he improvised and pretended to shoot him with a gun instead. After thinking it over, the director decided to keep the scene, and to our surprise, the audience loved it. He even turned Uncle Scimitar into a bit of a star. In a little while, he's gonna be very busy signing autographs for fans, something that should really be helping out with, actually. Then I run into you guys. How about this? I go give them a heads up, get them to cover for me, and then we go out for a drink or two.
You sure that's okay?
No. Hey, we're old friends, so why not? Running into you and Paimon here in a foreign land is the best surprise I've had out today. Heard about a bar called the Rusty Rudder along the coast to the southeast. I'll see you there. Alright.
Our popularity is steadily rising, and our attractions just keep getting better. I love the whole feel of the place. It's...
Temporary closed.
Our popularity is I love the...
Alright, I got all caught up on it.
I'd have lost myself long ago.
Oh, man. Bro! Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're... Ah, I'm guessing Kanich's here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Come on, Aoife.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point. Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
For Kakuku. Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here. Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natlan, which is why Aoife and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all. In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox. So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Which building? That one?
Yep, that's the one. Kukuku sure
That's where
has a good
Novolet
eye for a
is.
getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kakuku's got himself into a real mess here, like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kakuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kakuku.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Jeez.
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kakuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Yep, in Nuvalet's office.
Nothing new there. The first few days of every month are always noisy.
Oh, questionnaires.
What's all that commotion?
The food in the cafeteria is excellent. If we're lucky enough to
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh no.
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again.
Oh, you know one another.
He's a friend, yeah. A Saurian friend, let's say.
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Neuvillette.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work. If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kanich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Neuvillette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Wriothesley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me. But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said... Or rather, I suppose he meant that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro!
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kanich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lapine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kanich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Wriothesley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request, don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this guns lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lapine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from? Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Well, he's a bird. I don't think he's an object.
Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
I know you mentioned a while back that people from Nadland would soon start showing up all over the world. But I hadn't expected anything like this.
It seems no matter where they come from, all dragons are inquisitive by nature.
You can say that again, bro!
The same might well be said for humankind.
Alright. The Saurians are dragons.
The real reason you chose to stay to investigate this case was your curiosity about Natlan and Mr. Kukuku, was it not?
Yeah, Kukuku went in to see Nuvolette because Nuvolette's a dragon.
Guilty as charged. Nothing gets past you. So, how about we take this opportunity to chat a little more? We've got the world's best translator on hand, after all.
Sure thing, bro!
What's the situation? How bad is it? Oh no. When I saw that Kukuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kukuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad. Kukuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kukuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Mermonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kukuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
Yay! Problem solved! Alright, let's catch up another day.
Just catch up another day. Alright, let's go to Serena Teapot.
This realm is...
Oh.
If you ever have...
Perhaps. Well, in my free time, I like to clear my mind and listen to the lyre or the ukulele, even solo. The sound is almost dreamlike in its beauty. So pure and sweet. Some emerging styles even incorporate drums or other stringed instruments to add a stronger beat and a more robust sound. In comparison, that kind of music is more like a gripping, vibrant dream, full of energy and passion. Listening to it can feel so intense. It can tire you out or even make you dizzy. I'm not sure if I'm sensitive to music in general, or if I like music because, like dreams, it's full of different genres, flavors, and emotions. Whatever the answer, I think it's important to be introspective about these things. Anyway, I never found the time to pick up an instrument myself. Are you a musician by any chance? I should have known. You remind me of a bard sometimes, you know? There's a certain musical cadence to the way you speak. I'm sure taking lessons from you would be quite a therapeutic process. I think I'll take you up on that offer, Maestro. Please be patient with me if I'm a slow learner.
The final
Yep, I got all
Morning.
the conversation
Then
things. Alright, Milani. Let's get somebody else in there.
So, you have this whole pad all to yourself? That's impressive. You could raise probably 10 saurians here. It's pretty great. There's fresh air, plenty of space, it's comfortable and cozy. Pets and saurians would feel right at home here. Everyone's got their own focus. I'm sure you could teach me a thing or two about adventuring, for instance. Or maybe how to save the world, nation by nation. Of course. You helped Natlan in its hour of need. People like you deserve all the praise they can get. From what I see, you have a lot of experience surviving in the wild, and you have a real zest for life in general. In other words, you're exactly the kind of person I want to be friends with. Well, people with a zest for life are usually proactive about keeping their homes clean and tidy, and they don't tend to cause trouble everywhere they go. It makes you much less of a liability, bro. Huh? Was it that obvious? Oh well.
Is Aurora?
Oh, no, he's fine. He leads a pretty benign life.
Oh, okay.
For one thing, you can't hope to grow good crops if you're too out of control.
I thought this conversation was going into the wrong territory.
I was actually talking about my Saurian companions. I guess I also think of them as friends. A Saurian in a bad mood is a lot more dangerous than a human. They'll rampage through your home like a storm if you're not careful. If that happens, all you can do in the moment is try to get them to calm down. Settling the score, that has to wait for another time.
Yeah, they are wild animals. Meh.
When you lose your way, gaining some altitude can bring some perspective.
Alright, right on the dot. The day after tomorrow. Okay, fine, jeez. Okay, I gotta do the story quest.
Huh? Is that Navia over there? Oh, it's been a while. Let's go say hi. Hey, Navia! What you
don't want to see you back here until you're ready to wake up and start doing things properly! Right now, you're a disgrace to my kitchen and to the Hotel de Boer name!
It was an accident.
I'm sorry, did you hear me asking for excuses?
No, I'll do better, I promise.
Why is she so aggressive? She won't even listen to what the poor girl has to say. Oh, hey, cut her some slack. You gotta at least hear her out.
Wait! Huh? Who do you think you are telling me? Wait a sec. Navia? So, you're bringing backup now. Suit yourself! You're still wasting your time!
Savannah, is this how you always treat your staff?
My staff is right. I'm the one in charge here now. And last time I checked, the Hotel de Boer doesn't take orders from the Spina di Rosula.
Of course. How you run your kitchen is none of our business. But when a member of your staff is so overworked he becomes gravely ill, that most definitely is our business. We're going to stand up for him, whether you like it or not.
Overworked? I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Fermon can't handle the job, then tough luck. There are plenty of other capable people I can hire instead.
But Fermon can do the job, he just...
Monica, back inside, now!
Huh? But you said I shouldn't come back until...
Just do as you're told, and not another word out of you! Come on, we have work to do!
Wow, what a horrible person!
Sorry. Looks like I've dragged you into some drama again. Her name is Savannah. She's the new head chef at Hotel de Boer. Ever since she took the job, she's been enforcing a brutal work regime and putting a huge amount of pressure on her staff. One guy was so overworked, he collapsed from illness. He's been bedridden for days, and he can barely even talk properly.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I don't deserve to be a chef.
At his family's request, the Spina di Rosula is trying to mediate on his behalf. We're not exactly making a ton of progress, as you saw. Savannah is adamant that Fermont's exhaustion and illness have nothing to do with her or how she's been running her kitchen. She's refusing to have any kind of meaningful dialogue with us. Our next thought was to talk to the other chefs at the restaurant and get a better idea of their working conditions. But with Savannah watching them like a hawk, no one has been willing to open up. And that's why I'm here, doing it the old-fashioned way. Camping out, watching, and waiting for an opportunity.
Oh, shoot! It all makes sense now. Sorry. Paimon should have thunk before she spoke. Did Paimon ruin everything?
Oh, no, not at all, Paimon. Honestly, the way she was laying into Monica, someone had to step in. I'm sure I would have piped up if you hadn't. And besides, I don't really think I'm built for espionage.
Either way, Savannah's seen you now, so you probably won't get another chance.
Yeah, meaning it's gonna be all the more difficult to get the inside scoop now. Oh, I might as well head back to the Fleuve Cendre then. We'll need to come up with a whole new game plan.
Paimon will join you, 'cause this is kinda all Paimon's fault.
Oh, guys, it's fine. You don't need to worry about it. That said, if you were planning to visit the Fleuve Cendre anyway, let me take you out for a meal. I'll make sure it's a proper feast. A really famous chef just joined the Spina di Rosula's tavern. Her name is...
Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to apologize for the scene you witnessed just now. We shouldn't subject our customers to that. This is a small token from us. It's some candy from Monica. She asked me to make sure it was delivered into your hands.
Monica's the one apologizing? Huh. Clearly Savannah is the one who owes an apology.
Our head chef has been a little highly strung lately. Sorry for everything.
Paimon, don't make things more difficult here. Thank you for the gift.
All right. Since there's candy, Paimon will drop it. Not the candy.
Thank you for understanding. We'll make sure to pass your feedback on to Miss Savannah.
A little highly strung, huh?
Looks like with Savannah in the kitchen, even the waiting staff are on edge.
Paimon doesn't get it. How did someone like her even become head chef?
Well, according to Fermat's family, she hasn't always been like this. But that's a story for another time. Let's try this candy.
Oh, Paimon totally gets it. Come on, dig in! Huh? Hold on, there's something written on the wrapper. Find Escoffier.
Escoffier? Could this mean...
Huh? You know that name, Navia?
Yeah. Let's stick to the plan and go back to the Fleuve Cendre for now. That's where we'll find Escoffier anyway.
How's a shippo?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good.
Did you figure out the Resident Evil thing?
No, I've just got home not too long ago, so I haven't even tried.
Ah.
Bad news, though.
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here! Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Ridesley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
Oh!
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics, but all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard.
Darn shady smugglers. That's a load screen?
Boss, do we know if those Fontanians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off. I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this. Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Aha. So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security. So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Thanks.
Based on your recollections just now.
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time, so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
Yeah, Kanish, you did great!
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kakuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
About the suspicious aspects of this gun came from ancient Natlanese dragon ruins. This is a relic left behind by Natlan's ancient dragon civilization. It's a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. A lost object that was picked up. A genuine treasure lost by the roadside, yet it still remains unreported and unclaimed. The box is buried amidst junk. Doesn't seem like an accident. No, it's as if someone had left it there on purpose. Bait? Why would someone just leave such a valuable antique out in the middle of nowhere? Was the plan for someone to come pick it up?
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh, wow! No way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then... Since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so... Does that mean they executed the hostage?
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
About the transaction contents. About the seller. The gun was placed in a locked box and hidden away. Clearly the seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. About the buyer. After receiving the instructions, the buyer would have gone to the designated spot with the money to pick up the goods to ensure they actually got paid. The seller would likely have been watching the buyer. About the goods. Before the buyer could show up, Lapine Lapal found the goods by chance while settling up the event venue. About the incomplete transaction. Due to the unexpected arrival of Film Fantasyland, the deal had to be called off.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kanich. Speaking of pets...
Get out of here! Out of here!
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku. Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro! Oh, that really is good news! Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroran?
I shall leave him in your capable hands. Indeed.
What's Shippo up to?
I was looking through Reddits and stuff about the thing.
What thing?
How to make it run better.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna post this thing, and I want you to tell me how likely this is to actually help me. This is what I got from one of the Reddits. I don't really care about the RE3 thing, but does that even help with slowness? I don't think so. But I'd rather ask your opinion on that.
I mean, it could help if there's a problem with the seed itself.
I mean, I've tried before, and it's been about this slow. I mean, I could try it. So I just go to the RE2 and just delete mod biorend? Is that what it said?
Yeah, and I know it just says delete it, but just copy and paste it somewhere else and rename the file for a second. Just call it archive or underscore archive. Like, don't fully delete it, but like rename it and put it somewhere else. Just in case it doesn't work or whatever.
Wouldn't it just make a new one, though?
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for.
Okay.
It's a backup. You gotta make a backup, sir. Gotta back it up.
Welcome to Ballet.
Take me up!
Nope, don't kill me with the fall, please. Gosh.
How?
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Cuckoo, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
Hey, Gramps. And hey, Paimon and Kanich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me! Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face. I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while a How lives his best life.
Poor Ahau. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
Don't lose hope, Ahau. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now, too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again?
I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you? Between the two, Kakuku wins the cuteness competition hands down. Ah, really? Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
I didn't say that second part. Jeez Louise, I did not say that second part.
The lost and found notice is up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Is it still trying to generate the seed?
I was just generating right now.
How long does it take? Take like 30 seconds or 30 minutes? Or 30 hours?
It's still slow.
Alright, I guess. Well, I guess it's not seed related, but at least you ruled it out.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not. Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes! Let's go check it out.
Good day, all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tibet are you doing here, Auroran?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kakuku's owner?
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the
PlayStation 1 game
I don't think he's our guy.
This.
Oh, you mean Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like super slow for some reason.
I don't understand.
Yeah, and the weird thing is that your laptop's like super powerful, so it should be like running just fine.
Should.
I honestly feel like it's some kind of frame rate issue of BioRand itself. Maybe? I don't know. Kind of confusing.
Huh? What's that?
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
That's
It
not
looks
door
like we're the
knocking
only ones who
etiquette.
survived.
That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry to show the people inside you had something important to discuss.
You know what you could do? Try to run it with the vanilla instead of Biorand.
Run it normally? Run
Yeah.
the normal game?
Run the normal game and see if that runs. Then you can section off, is it Biorand or is it just overall the initial boot engine thing?
Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
So,
They're planning on
Roron,
launching a
you
missile
said you were here to
directly
claim a
into the
lost
city as
item.
soon as day breaks.
What did you lose?
I understand.
Yeah, so basically,
For real now? Oh, come on, bro. Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
no, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
What? It won't open.
All right then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So here's what went down. This morning, Eve and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the Cour de Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
This guy stole the gun, though.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me. We were about to refuse, but he was so polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kakuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is. Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here.
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon. You're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroran to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroran to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelet too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroran, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
I'm keeping a close eye on.
I think this plan is worth a try.
Okay, it's running.
I shall leave it to the pair of you.
Normal speed on a normal game, but there's a lot of like graphical glitches. Like Kenneth is just, I'm sorry, not Kenneth. Kendo is just an arm and the top of a torso.
Okay.
The
But
bullets
it
are
runs normally.
Normally, but broken.
That might be a texture issue. Maybe they have that one texture button.
What does that mean?
I don't know. The textures either show up for the character models or they don't. That's one of my guesses. But that wouldn't have any difference on the running of the game and stuff. It's just whether or not the character showed up. In other words, if you have a rock and you have a texture of a rock, the rock will be up here. It'll be visible. If you have a rock and the texture of the rock isn't there, you won't see a rock.
Well, here's a weird one. I've gone to the alleyway where the door is normally at, and where they push the gate in. The gate's just not there, but they're just walking into nothing.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there's some problems.
Huh.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Alright, so maybe that is a rendering issue.
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
I don't know what that
Roger that.
do about
Over
that.
and out.
I don't know.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
Which is more valuable? Unlimited more?
Auroron's taking the elevator. I should take a different route to the plaza.
Different route, you say?
So there's an RE plus HD pack for Riot BioRen. Is that good to do?
Where did that come from?
On the BioRen site.
What's that entail? Just the original Resident Evil game or something?
It's Resident Evil plus HD pack plus BioRen. It says Resident Evil plus HD pack, Resident Evil 2 plus HD pack, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis plus HD pack, Resident Evil Rebirth HD mod, Seamless HD Project BioRen.
Well, I mean, that just sounds like ever since it came out with the HD high definition monitors is what they were aiming to go for with all that.
Well, there's also another, just the regular one, which is the Resident Evil plus BioRen, which is the other, just Resident Evil, Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, Resident Evil Rebirth, and BioRen.
Is that what you got?
That's I think what I have, but I might have like an older version, I don't know.
Yeah, probably just get the newer version if you're able to. Is that freeware?
Nothing suspicious going on here.
Okay.
Either.
There's no charge.
But what you
Maybe we're
make sure you
overthinking this?
scan whatever you're downloading, so it doesn't have viruses.
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natland, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending to be clueless earlier? Interesting. Think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So I got it, but I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed. But I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual. He replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry. I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you'd just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films? Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontanian Sea.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See, Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes. In that case, I understand completely.
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's how you want to understand it, then be my guest. Then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then we plan our next move.
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia. On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money. His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay. When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
We'll be waiting for the good news!
Hey, at least these chapters are reasonably paced and not 5 hours long each one of them. How far Chip will get? Chippo went silent.
Come on. Just spit it out. I can tell you're itching to say something.
Can eat, you big dummy. You fell for it, huh? No, what's wrong? Feeling lonely without the almighty Dragon Lord to talk to? If a bedtime story's what you're after, just say so. I'll tell you one so bone-chilling, you won't be able to sleep for 3 nights straight.
Sure. Go ahead.
Huh? What do you mean, go ahead? Ugh, you pretending to be a tough guy now?
Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's for sure. If I don't sleep, neither do you.
That unlocks tomorrow. Story quest. Test run. The Archon's quest is still there. Okay. Also, what about this thing? Where is this? Oh. I didn't even realize there's another island. Wait, they turned that into a world boss? Or was that already on? I think it was on... Wait a second. Oh, right. Must have did that one. Interesting. And the theater. Alright, that should do it for now.